Okay, here's the first question. And also, if somebody needs a card, they can write one along the way, or it's fair game to raise your hand if you want to ask a question. How do you know your faith is placed in the right place with so many religions in the world?
How do you know?
That you have placed your faith in correctly when there's so many religions in the world.
Good question. This is true that there are so many paths. Which path we're supposed to follow? What happened? Which path we should follow? So many religions is true, varieties. But which is prescribed by Bhagavatam? That is the path. Mahajana jana matasya pantha. This is the path. Bhakti. It's what about Mahajan says? Mahajan, follow Mahajan means great soul. Mahajan Swayambhu, Brahma, Narada, Shambhu, Narada, Shambhu means Lord Shiva, Kumaro, Kopilo, Bali, Vaiyasaki, everybody, if you look, they observe Bhakti path. So, varieties religion, someone says karma is a path, someone says jnana is a path. But Bhagavatam explains Bhakti path. Am I going to right answer?
Well, there's Christianity, Islam, there's...
What is his actual question?
The question is, how do you know you've placed your faith in the right place when there are so many religions in the world? So there's world religions.
Oh.
So you're a Gaudiya Vaishnava. How do you know you've placed your faith correctly?
Human, not different, right? Actually, politically, we are American, Australian, and Christian, so many groups, so many countries, but source is one, Krishna. In this way, right place when we follow the Bhagavatam message. This is the answer. Otherwise, feeling, this human has no nature, fixed nature. They are adopting their nature by their association. Animal has fixed nature. Food habit, culture, everything is fixed. But human, according to their association, they're like Christian, they feel they are the best. Everybody, whoever following what, or whoever has association, different association, so they are feeling that they are the best. But right path is what Mahajan follow. Bhagavatam describing 12 Mahajan, all they follow Bhakti. So when we are in Bhakti, that is the right path. This is my understanding. Otherwise in our mind, like where they are associate, they feel that is the best. Am I clear?
You ready for the next one? What attitude is best for a devotee to have in regard to persons of other faiths?
What attitude
is best for a devotee to have in regard to persons of other faiths?
How should the devotee be to the Muslim, Christian?
Acha. This is the. So, this, we should not be fanatic, first of all. Because according to our conception, our lineage instruction, that we should keep due respect to everyone. And also, according to our lineage, they say Vaishnava means which belongs to Vishnu. So, Christian, Muslim, Buddhist, whatever, all they coming from one source, Vishnu. So, by birth, everyone Vaishnava. Today they have some different understanding, different. They're following different path. But originally, everyone Vaishnavas. That is our lineage explanation. Example like rice covered by husk. Or is a paddy. When husk take it out, then rice. When person covered by illusion, they may say they are Christian, Buddhist, so many other things. But originally everybody Vaishnava. So our behavior or attitude towards other, to keep due respect, not to hurt them, just you practice yourself, whatever you are following. If they are fortunate, they can convert to see you. No need to insist them. This is my nature. I'm just telling them. I go all the places, church, I give discourses. But I'm not telling, it's bad. Krishna. I just describing my philosophy to them. Then you can see they are accepting on. I think many people are accepting, but they don't know. Because so many followers form different group. They say, no, this is bad. If you want to come, Mayadevi put so many people behind you not to go there. Am I right or wrong? Oh? Am I clear? So we should not actually criticize anyone. Because Vaishnava principle not to criticize. Siddham, is okay?
Sounds very nice.
Yeah. Do
I criticize?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm pretty low, so yeah, probably a bit. I try not to.
The nature of Vaishnava not to criticize anyone. So other faith, you can just give due respect to them. As they are also Vaishnava, but they are covered by illusion, like rice covered by husk. And this is what I think about it. So am I clear?
So you just keep it positive. You try to express the
Of
positive,
course,
the
positive.
positive benefits.
Vaishnava nature never to be negative. It's not negative, always positive, optimistic.
You ready for another one?
Yeah, I asked them, are they, am I clear or not?
Do we want to discuss this more, or
Just keep it.
I have one verse, Yeyata Mamprapachante Tantataiva.
Yeah, Mom.
Everybody's approaching Krishna differently, and he's reciprocating accordingly.
Yes, this is good. What is your mood to pray to Krishna, he will appear accordingly. This is the Krishna explained. Therefore, we should not criticize. We just look. Then we understand which level he is. But no need to criticize them. If someone reading in class, low class like class, according to the Indian idea standard, class 7, class 8, class 9,
right?
and master degree, who is actually reading in master degree class, they should not actually criticize who is reading in class 7, class 8.
Broader.
Do you understand what I want to
Can you help
this
me here?
analogy?
You remember Cricket's wife, Susie? She approached Maharaj, and what'd she say?
She said, I'm a Christian, I'm Catholic. And Maharaj said, yes.
But do you believe in God?
But do you believe in God? And she said, yes, I believe in God. And then Maharaj said, well, you see, we're all in the same school, just different grades.
Or did he say, do you believe in serving God?
Yeah.
Right. And she said yes. And he says, so.
We're all in the same school, but different grades.
Right.
Okay.
Long time ago.
Jagadatri.
It's my understanding, and I'm not a philosophical scholar, but the personification of Bhakti is independent even of Krishna. And she can appear wherever she wants, to the degree she wants. So an institutional wall cannot keep her in or keep her out. Is that correct?
Lord is there, where is bhakti?
What?
Where is devotion, bhakti?
Right.
There is no question of institution, there is no question of where is bhakti is there.
Right.
But I have a question.
That
on her
person
question.
pull Lord there.
But is Bhakti Devi independent of Krishna?
Bhakti always with Krishna.
Right.
And what all can say, Krishna always with bhakti.
Right.
Lord give us free will. But who has bhakti, they don't want to be free. They want to get free will. They want to be always attached with devotion and attached with Lord.
So
You understand?
I think that this is the next question ties in with this question. I'm just going to read the question and then we'll deal with it. If bhakti is independent, how can we try by our strength, our own strength, to obtain it? Can we force ourselves to do what we have when we have no taste? How can we force ourselves to do what we have no taste for?
First of all, we have to know what is the real meaning of bhakti. Bhakti means actually extreme love. The extreme love, when we have, then there is no need to force. Spontaneously it goes. But when we are not in bhakti, just we are trying to be connected to bhakti. Like a school we are going but not getting admission yet. We are trying. Although we are trying, but somehow we are not getting inspiration. Means baggage is there, so many baggage means unwanted mundane desire. Still, this baggage is there with us. So we are not getting connection. So in order to cure all the mundane, all the unwanted mundane desire, what do we do? Chanting. If we are not chanting, we are not able to enter bhakti. Sense enjoyment object. How long we are just holding, sense enjoyment object. What is this? Main 5. Form, Roop, Ras, Shabda, Gandha, Sparsha. Roop means form, Ras means taste, Shabda means sound, Gandha means smell, Sparsha means touch. The sense enjoyment of object, if you are not free from that, we are not able to get the real taste of bhakti. Therefore, Narottam Thakur says that Bishaya chhadiya kabe shuddha habe mon, kabe ham he rabo Sri Vrindavan. We are only that time become qualified to enter Vrindavan when you are able to be free from sense enjoyment object. So Bhakti Devi always young in Vrindavan, right? If you go through the Bhagavatam glories, you can see this Bhakti Devi. There is one young lady sitting, a young girl sitting there beside the 2 old women. So Narad Muni came and then he saw how is it possible. He said, this is my son. Do you know that? Karma and Jnana. So Karma and Jnana in Vrindavan, they're weak, they're old. So, what is the question?
The same question?
Now what is the question about that?
Again.
But how can you force yourself?
How can you force
There is
yourself?
no question of force.
But if for example you can do some things of bhakti like sankirtan, but you don't do you can't chant very easily either. You don't.
If we just say about bhakti, when you have bhakti, there is no question of force.
But you don't.
We are trying to get bhakti. That if you put such language, we are trying to enter bhakti. That time we can force, because our endeavor and God blessings, two needed. With that time we can say use this word force. But when you already in bhakti, there is no question of force. It goes spontaneously. But bhakti means extreme love. Love means there is no expectation, just to give in order to please the object of love. Do you understand my point? When you say bhakti, there is no question of force. This is actually spontaneous. But when you are trying to be in bhakti, still you are not. That's how many baggage we have to cure that baggage. In order to cure the baggage, they are enough.
So, this reminds me of something Srila Maharaj once said, that as long as we have bhakti mukti, they're compared to witches, right? So we're inviting bhakti within our hearts. So Srila Shuddha Maharshi says, how can we invite Bhakti Devi to sit on the same bench in our hearts with the two witches, bhakti and mukti? So that has to, so we have the tendency for enjoyment, the tendency for renunciation, these things we have to leave them behind to invite bhakti into our hearts.
How can you leave off bhakti and mukti without bhakti?
Yeah, the association.
Getting deeper.
Our endeavor, the Lord blessings. When Lord bless us, immediately.
When we're sincere. Maharaj wrote something the other day. There's a baby crying, right? And the So there's a baby crying, and the mother comes and, okay, what's the matter? And so she's got the toys over the crib or what, and she's doing little things to try to pacify the child, but the child is hungry. So the child keeps crying until the mother picks the baby up and offers the breast milk, right? So Maharaj, he was having this idea that it's very similar to someone praying to the Lord, and then through the agency of Mahamaya, some toys are offered, maybe some little wealth, some material opulence, some name and fame. And then that person, depending on the sincerity of that jiva that's praying, may accept the toys, may accept the temporary benefit.
Name and fame.
Instead of
Become puffed up with name and fame.
instead of the real taste that they're looking for. It comes with a price. We have to not accept anything less. And so Maharaj ended it with, so we're looking towards the qualities and the teachings of our acharyas in the line, and then by the grace of Guru, Vaishnavas, Radha Krishna, we'll get that taste. Did I say that right?
Look, 3 steps. To reach one goal, there are 3 steps. First, we need fixed our goal. When goal have been fixed, then we need surrender. When we really surrender from the bottom of our heart, then appear blessings from the source. By their blessings, we can reach our goal. If we really want to enter in bhakti, we need blessings. Surrender need to satisfy object to surrender. You understand what I say? Satisfaction seva. Service.
Satisfy with seva.
If I like to satisfy you, I like to make you happy, right? No? So this is called seva. Satisfy means seva.
So if someone is not chanting, then they're not actually.
If you are not going to school, following the actual curriculum, how can you get the result? Sincere chanting is the main criteria to remove our baggage, unwanted mundane desire. And then we are eligible to be in bhakti. Then we have Krishna, Radha Krishna. You understand what I'm saying? So try to chant.
So
Early morning.
What's happening when you don't chant?
So at least you have some faith on Krishna. Then eventually Lord will watch. Lord is watching. So eventually Lord will give you a chance. Maybe in near future you chant. without chanting, it just looked at Ajamil. This Vishnu's messenger, they came when they kicked the Jamdut, means the god of death messenger, kicked out. Then they look, Ajamil has no sadhana. How can they take him there? Sadhana needed. Sadhana is Harinam. So if they know sadhana, how we can be with Lord? We are not eligible to be Lord, to be with Lord as His eternal servant. So the Harinam needed.
What about they say that you can become perfected by any anga of bhakti, like Shravan? You can do also hearing, or you can do serving.
But Kali Yuga is, they say sadhana Harinam, not Savana. Savana is helping for your sadhana.
So all the other angas only help.
Savana Bhaktanga, this part, this limb of devotion, will encourage you for chanting. If it is not encouraging, then this is not proper Savana, proper actual discourses. Our purpose of discourse is to encourage people to chant. And our purpose of chanting, to reach our destination, final destination.
What if you do Sankirtan but not?
Huh?
What if you do kirtan?
Instead of japa? Does it matter if you're singing it, or must you chant japa? Can you just do bhajans and?
Listen. My spiritual master used to say that first deserve, then desire. First preserve, then propagate. First you have to make yourself qualified. Then if you just go for preaching Sankirtan, that Sankirtan will be helpful for others. If you look this Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Nityananda Prabhu, Advaita Acharya, Srivas Pandit, everybody, they used to do at night Sankirtan in the home. Closed door, only qualified devotee be in their association. When they go out, they are not justifying. You cannot come. So they allow everyone. So first preserve. First we have to chant. You can see Prabhupada Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, he chant almost 8 to 9 years, every day, 3 lakhs. If you look Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, he also did so, same thing. First we have to preserve. So early morning, you have to preserve everything. Then you can go whole day Sankirtan, no problem. Am I clear?
So the next question is similar. After so many years, I still have difficulty to chant japa. I hear, quote unquote, offenses is the cause. How to rectify?
All the offenses can be cured by chanting, except Vaishnava offense. If person have Vaishnava offense, he should go to that Vaishnavas personally and beg pardon or forgiveness. Then if Vaishnavas, real Vaishnava, always they excuse, immediate excuse, because they don't want the living entity to suffer. They want to deliver all living entities. Therefore, one what is it?
This is a pig.
Really, pig?
Yeah.
You have pigs?
It's outside.
One.
You have?
It's making that noise.
Yeah.
Oh. So, so look this. There is a symptom of sadhu, Vaishnava. Srihida sarvadehinam. Srihid means well-wisher to all living beings. Therefore, real Vaishnava always excuse. But problem is this, if you artificially doing so, Krishna not excuse that. Krishna always in the heart of Vaishnava. He understood you are just doing it formally, not from the bottom of your heart. Then still you are in trouble. A person physical to whom we commit offense, Vaishnavas offense, he is not physically present. You have to give Jayadhani, means Pramadhani, every day in his name. Or you have to publish on books with his glories and distribute it. In this way, you can remove all the offense. But other offense you can cure through chanting. Yeah.
Can you just take time just to explain what is exactly offending the Vaishnava? Like, what does that mean? Like, how do you do that? I mean, is it like just because you got mad at somebody or you had a disagreement? Or you don't
No, this is not.
So I wonder what is that mean, Vaishnava?
What is the meaning of Vaishnava?
Well,
Offense.
no,
Vaishnava offense.
Vaishnava
What is that?
aparad.
How do you categorize that?
Oh, categorize Vaishnava.
Or explain?
Listen, Vaishnava offense and when we are criticizing out of jealousy. When person have real mistake, but you are talking about a soft manner for his rectification, not to destroy his image, just to rectify, it is not offense. That is your symptom of well-wishing. Actually, you are really his well-wisher, therefore you are telling about this. But when our tendency to criticize just to damage his image, then it will consider to offense. Do you understand what I want to say?
So you can get into an argument with someone as long as you don't try to criticize their person, their personality, but you can...
Argument is not offensive. If you do actual constructive argument, it is not offensive.
Respectful argument.
No, respectful, also constructive. You want to establish something, and you are trying to understand. Therefore, you are doing understand. You are actually doing so. Then there is no offense. You have to keep in your mind that Vaishnava offense is very, very, very difficult to commit. If you commit, it is very difficult to remove. If you become committed, the offense is very difficult to remove, unless Krishna is not satisfied with your approach.
Among family members, people sometimes fight, and we're all Vaishnava, or trying to be, and so how do you know, like,
Family members, like small baby. When the small baby, your baby, small baby, they're sometimes putting their feet on their mother's face, right? Mother become happy like that. But when they become big enough, if that baby they're doing the same thing, then mother feel offended, right? Same way, the question is, what is the nature of your quarrel? The quarrel, if it is for establishing something like Chandravali Radharani, if you look their relation, they are like a it's called cousin. But they have some quarrel for better service of Krishna, for Krishna's better service. So if actual family, they are quarreling for their better service, that is good, there is no offense. And if they are damaging to destroy out of jealousy, then it will commit offense. Like I can give an example. Bhaktivinoda Thakur have 13 children. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, 8 sons, 5 daughters. Elder son name is Annada Prasad. Annada Prasad, Biroja Prasad, Shailaja Prasad, to Bimala Prasad means or Srila Prabhupada. And these are all Prasad, Lalita Prasad, it's all Prasad. So Annada Prasad, he commit offense to the Bimala Prasad. Not in this life, previous life. So Annada Prasad suffering so much. Bhaktivinoda Thakur brought so many doctors to cure his disease. But doctor become failure to cure his disease. So one day Annada Prasad requesting to his father, the father, my disease will not able to cure by doctor. My disease can be cured by Bimala Prasads. Then Bhaktivinoda Thakur become curious. And then now what you are talking about? Then the Annada Prasad says, in previous life I commit offense to Bimala Prasad. I was Ramanuj Vaishnavas. I was Ramanuj Sampradaya Vaishnavas. So at that time I criticized him so much. So therefore I committed offense to him. If he excuse me, I can be cured from my disease. So Bhaktivinoda Thakur, it was really, when he was suffering such a manner, Bhaktivinoda Thakur was feeling that it is better for him to die instead of. So Bhaktivinoda Thakur came to his son Bimala Prasad, means Srila Prabhupada Bhakti Siddhanta, and explaining this is the situation. He says, please go and excuse him. Really, that time he was unable to walk, but he wants to get rid from the offense. You know? So therefore he explained to his father, Bhaktivinoda Thakur. Bhaktivinoda Thakur came to Bimala Prasad and explained all the details, what he said. Then Bimala Prasad came to his elder brother, explained my Dada means elder brother in a Bengal language. Dada, if there is any offense, I don't know what you committed offense. I don't know if there is any offense, I excuse you. As soon as he says so, immediately his soul passed away from his body.
He died?
Left
Yeah.
his body.
Left his body. As soon as he says so. It is explained by our Bhakti Santa Goswami Maharaj. This history. So, commit offense is not easy to remove unless we are not coming with proper manner, begging from the bottom of our heart. Formally, if we go, Prabhu, I commit offense, please excuse me. It will not work. Krishna, no, you are just doing it for money. One more example I am giving you. I was like 10 years old, 10, 12 years old. In a Adi Mat, Chaitanya Mat.
Yoga people?
Chaitanya Mat. where Srila Prabhupada Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur Samadhi is there.
The headquarters.
Chandra.
Huh?
No, it's-
Chandrasekhar Acharya's house. You remember, huh, Chandra? You don't have Chandrika, therefore you remember. Anyway, so look that time I used to go and I used to always in the room of their Acharya, Srila Bhakti Kusum Sruman Goswami Maharaj. Because I have access everywhere because of my grandfather. And my greediness was to be there because he always giving me sweet. I love sweet. So it was my greediness. I was sitting there. Then I saw one sannyasi. I don't like to tell you the name. Sannyasi came and explained to Maharaj, Bhakti Kusum Saman Goswami Maharaj. He is Acharya of entire Chaitanya Math. Means how many branches? Yeah, there are 32 branches around India. He is Acharya for entire their society. So that sannyasi asking Maharaj, I commit offense to your lotus feet today. And Maharaj asking, what offense you commit? Then he says, today 4 people came to take initiation, but I took them to Rudradev Gauriya Math. I gave them initiation instead of bringing them to you. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Then Maharaj says, I excuse you, but I don't know Krishna excuse you or not. I don't know. There you have to deal with him. What to say? That sannyasi, how he expired, I know. I saw in my own eyes. When I came already in the temple, I was actually renounced person. I was sannyasi that time. I saw that Maharaj, how he expired. So much problems, physical problem, uncurable disease, and then expired. I have seen my own eyes. I saw many cases like that. Vaishnava offense is not easy to commit. Commit is very difficult to remove. Unless you are not really want to remove it from the bottom of your heart, then Krishna will satisfy. Make Krishna satisfy. Very easy to satisfy Vaishnava because they are very simple. They always excuse. You understand what I'm saying? What is the question?
New question? New?
Yeah, what the question is it actually clear?
Is that okay?
Okay.
So you can remove the offenses by chanting except for that one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because Bhaktivinoda Thakur explained. সকলে সম্মান করিতে সকতি দেহ নাথ যথাযথ তবে তো গাইব হরি নাম ও সুখে অপরাধ হবে হত. When we are chanting happily, then offense will pass away. When we chant happily, when we give due respect to everyone.
That's how to chant happily?
Huh?
That's how to chant happily? Because what if you're unhappy and you're chanting?
What do you mean unhappy? Materially everybody is not happy. But as soon as you have connection, then you are always happy because you know with me, Krishna is with me.
Okay.
You understand what to say?
Why is Krishna with me?
Because when your devotion, bhakti, is really stable, then Krishna with you under any circumstances. You don't want to leave Krishna. Aniketa sthira moti Bhakti man mein priya nara. Under any circumstance whose mind have been fixed towards me, he is my dear.
But if you have no bhakti, then when you're chanting and you feel like, so hard, I can't do that. I don't.
But eventually you can, if your goal have been fixed, one day you will reach that destination.
But it's happy chanting.
Baby is crawling, right? But one day that baby will walk, baby will play soccer, play cricket, play hockey.
On Oahu, Maharaj gave a very nice class, and he was actually challenged at the end of the class. It was a senior disciple of Prabhupada, Bhaktivedanta Swami. And because he started his talk with Mahaprabhu, his standard, you'll find that in Chaitanya Charitamrita, 64 rounds. And also the standard of Srila Bodhayan Maharaja's guru, Bhakti Pramod Puri Maharaj, was 64 rounds. Even Bhaktivedanta Swami, when he started out, this story in New York, he asked his disciples to chant 64 rounds. Nobody could do it. Then he said 34, I want you to 32, and then and study 6 hours a day. Nobody could do that. And he almost, in a disgusted way, said, okay, 16 or no less. He wasn't going to compromise the 16. So, in the talk, Srila Bodhayan Maharaj, he said that quantity leads to quality. A lot of us, we think, better to chant a few good rounds than 16 junk ones, something like that. It's a mentality, right? Better we chant 1 round, 2 rounds, whatever you can do, and we're hearing the mantra, But Maharaj was proposing this idea that if you chant a lot of rounds, quality will come. And you want to pick it up from there, the swimming example, but also the South African devotees. Can you tell them?
No, you
Anyway, years ago, Maharaj was in South Africa, and these devotees are IT men, they're businessmen. They're Indian, but they're busy. They're businessmen. So Maharaj, he's encouraging a successful businessman. But to make money, you have to get busy. You have to, you don't have a lot of time outside of what you're doing to make money, right? If you're successful. So he told them you should chant 64 rounds. They said, what? They just looked at Maharaj almost cross-eyed. We have no time for 64 rounds. But Maharaj persisted. And these men, he said, you just get up early and you chant. And maybe he said, after you work there, you chant some more. But however, he said, you can do it. I'm telling you, you can do this. So they actually tried, and they actually got to 64 rounds. And they've been doing it for 6 years. They've been doing it for 6 years. And they write him emails and letters. Thank you, Maharaj. Thank you. These are businessmen. So this one devotee challenged, you're saying quantity over quality? Or quantity, or what are you emphasizing here? Quantity or quality? It had an edge to it, a little bit of a challenging. And Maharaj gave a brilliant example. I thought it was brilliant. He said, if you want to learn how to swim, you get in the water and you try. And eventually, you become a good swimmer. So, you try, do your junk rounds, whatever. Eventually, the quality will come.
Because when you chant, however you chant, that give you benefit. Attentively, inattentively, it's giving benefit.
all day. I understand that, and the hand's always busy, and everything's running and hurrying, and everything's busy all day long. But all day long, you're thinking of Krishna, and you're chanting. Every time you don't hear Krishna's chanting, you start to chant. Because where is Krishna? Where, you start to chant. So, does that help? You cannot...
Helping.
It's helping.
Helping.
Because I'm trying to do more japa, but I'm doing more japa, but I'm always still chanting, and I wonder if it's any good.
So how many hours you are sleeping?
6 to 8, sometimes 6. A lot of times 6, but 8.
Okay, make it 6 hours.
6 hours straight, nothing else.
And take
The
that
2
2 hours for chanting.
Okay. Thank you.
What if, when you're chanting, the material desires come and disturb you when you chant?
This is the nature of the mind. Because mind always, mind is actually subtle body. When you are living gross body, subtle body always coming with soul. So when we are in actually different form, like animal form, whatever form we had previously, the mind nature stuck over there. Still, although we are in human form, but nature still like animal. So, my nature to think about material enjoyment. This is the purpose of practice constantly. Mind goes somewhere else, you have to bring back the mind towards name. Again goes, just like exercise. Your hand, due to your wrong pose sleeping, your hand is little bit in problems. So you have to do exercise again and again, then it can be normal. The same thing. Mind, life after life after life, they are thinking about material enjoyment. It will appear. This is such normal. Always mind goes there, material enjoyment place. So when it goes there, bring back, just like exercise, mind exercise. Then one day it will stop. Do you understand what I want to say? So am I clear? Suchanda?
What do you bring your mind to when you're chanting? What do you think of?
Time of chanting, we should think about our destination. Sadhana chinti veja siddhi kala paiveta. Means whatever we are thinking at the time of chanting, when we get perfection, our destination will be that. So therefore, think about our bhakti. Think about bhakti, divya devindaranna kalpadrumadha simadaratnagara singhasanastu. This is the theme you have to keep in your mind. There is a transcendental Vrindavan, there is wishful filling tree, under the wishful filling tree there is a throne, a very nice throne, with jewelry, pearls, made by light. There is explanation, it says, Shimad Ratnagar, Ratna means diamond, pearls, jewelry, jewelry, ivory, whatever, good qualities, is there. And on the throne, Radha Krishna sitting there, and surrounding Radha Krishna, 8 manjaris and 8 gopis there. This is the actually Vrindavan Yoga situation. So ultimately we should go over there, serve, and coming out of that place.
Coming out of what place?
Out of that place. With 8 gopis, 8 manjaris, they are fixed. We can go, serve, and come back to our own place. So think about that. That service you have to get.
This question's been asked many times to different Vaishnavas, and you get different answers. That's a good one. Good answer.
Sadhya.
Yeah, sadhya.
What?
Sadhya.
Sadhya, the goal.
That's what the sadhya
You
is.
think of the goal.
In August is Sadhya.
Sadhya, sadha. Yeah. Yeah, go ahead.
Next question. How can we pray for sick friends so they get some
How
benefit?
can I pray?
For sick friends so they get some benefit. How can we pray for sick friends so they can get some benefit?
This is the Vaishnavas, Abhedana Krishna Dayamaya. If you have real quality of Vaishnavas, if you have to request them, whenever Vaishnava pray for anyone, Krishna become merciful. Krishna Dayamaya. Krishna bestow his mercy to that person. If you really want to be well-wisher of your sick friend, then pray to Vaishnavas.
For their spiritual benefit.
Any benefit.
Okay.
I don't know what they want. This question is that how can I pray, right?
Yeah. You pray to Vaishnavas.
Question is what you want. You have to fix it. If you want material benefit, Krishna can give you. Krishna gite chute, bhukti mukti diya, kobu bhakti nadan rakhan lukaya. Kobu bhakti nadan rakhan lukaya. Krishna can give us. If you just bhakti, mukti, give, okay, take. Name, pain, okay, go ahead. Liberation, go. No problem. Like, if you go, just example, you have master degree or PhD or any place, anything, a big degree you have. You need in your company one such type of qualified person. You just advertise. Many people came with the certificate. You are doing interview, which is perfect for you. Really, he's qualified for my job or not. Same way, Krishna also said, judging same. You are chanting, everybody chanting. Then Krishna wants to know, really he want to serve me, or he want to use me? Therefore, Krishna get interviewed through his Maya. Interviewing us. Very tricks. Krishna is master of tricks, master of mystery. So we want him, and we want to serve him. So he should make some tricks with us. In order to make sure that really we want him, want to serve him.
Nice. I get a question. We're going on for a while, so what is the schedule?
Well, we could go to what do we usually do, Lord?
Well,
We can hit.
so we usually go. Probably go a little longer.
Just a little bit longer.
So
Like
5
we make
minutes?
the offering.
5 minutes? Yeah, 5 or 10 minutes? For an offering, time for an offering.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, go ahead, Connor.
When trying to chant and thinking of the goal, it feels kind of like imagination. Is it okay to think of Devi Seva or Guru Seva?
Is the best thinking about Guru and deities first. In this way, think about it. Then eventually it will appear. A real theme will appear.
Similar, but a little shade different. How can I develop attachment and taste for chanting the holy name?
Taste and attachment will come through chanting. Medicine only one. Or only one medicine in Kali Yuga, chanting. chanting with sound faith is the best medicine. Like Sudam chanting whole night, right?
And all morning.
Huh?
What's the difference between, like, if you're sitting down and singing, chanting, and japa chanting? Both chanting, both thinking about Krishna. One is a lot easier to do than the other for some people.
Nothing harm, I'm telling you, nothing harm. But chanting with with beads given by who?
Bibuddha.
Made by what?
Tulsi.
Who is actually Tulsi Devi? Very dearest love.
Mother of devotion.
Nama Nama Tulasi Krishna Peyasi means what?
The dearest.
Dearest of
Dearest
love.
of Krishna.
So if I love your dearest son, if I serve your dearest son, or paid your dearest son, that make you happy? Or just from far I say, hey, your son is very nice. Which will be more happy, make you more happy? When I personally touch your dearest son and do something physically for his happiness, that make you more happy? Or just from far I'm telling, hey Sudam, your son is very nice. Which make you more happy?
Something that makes him happy. Direct,
Touching. So touching Tulsi bead and chanting is more happiness of Lord.
So you can't just make the keys of the harmonium out of Tulsi.
Then do it.
Imperial.
But listen. Sankha Purvaka Nama Gardananatavi. What is the meaning? Sankha Purvaka.
Six handed fixed around.
Copying the 6
Huh? Sankha means what? Counting. 6 Goswami's prayer, if you just read, then you can see that. So counting. What?
You can sing and then already have Tulsi touching it on there.
Sankha Purvaka, are you able to count the Sankha? Counting that. Sankha Purvaka Gana Natmantivi. Sankha Purvaka means we have to the count. Mahaprabhu says, Iha Japo Gya Sabe Kuriya Nirvanda. Sankha. More, that make Lord more happy. You can see people are dancing with Harinam, people are dancing with also disco. Disco music. Pop music. Both are dancing. Sometimes we are chanting, and in Harinam we are chanting with pop manner, not real Kirtaniya, real Kirtan manner.
Enjoying the singing,
Yeah.
the music, and the...
So when we chant for Krishna, not for your sense enjoyment desire, for Krishna satisfaction, then whatever you are chanting, it is acceptable for Lord. Lord will accept it. When you are chanting, just like you spending, you like to spend some time. You like to singing. It's a question of you like, what question of Krishna like. If you just get up early and chanting with harmonium, with keyboard, the keyboard there is made by Tulsis. This clicker made by Tulsi, that tips. Hare Krishna, Krishna.
Tulsi thimble, the clicker. Not the same.
In your charge, that clicker, if it is given by your Gurudev, that's okay. Coming from Gurudev, made by Tulsi, Tulsi is dearest of Lord. If you just chanting on that beat, that make Lord more happy. Because Guru is the representative of Krishna. When Krishna give you that chanting beat. For chanting Krishna's name. You understand what I'm saying?
You almost answered this question already, but how do we make mundane service 100% pure? And then it's...
How do
we make our mundane service? In other words, I'm going to paraphrase here. It seems like sometimes we spend money or drive around for sense enjoyment for ourselves and others, especially children. You know, we're doing things, but we're trying to be devotees at the same time.
You know, this family life always need to keep some equilibrium between our family responsibility and spiritual practice. We should not be like fanatic. No, we are not. So eventually, you can see that children become devotees. If you're putting so much pressure to children from their young age, they become, when they become adult, they become too much rebellious. They refuse it. You can see that nowadays most of the Gurukul boys and girls, they are too much rebellious. Am I right or wrong?
Very right.
So no, don't push children. Make equilibrium. Keep your goal to make them Krishna consciousness. So whatever the baby like, do it, then finally bring them back again Krishna consciousness. Then eventually they will accept. Like myself, I can tell you that. My grandfather never pushed me or never pushed our entire family to go to Gurukul or any other places. They put us in mundane school. And we are 24 or 26 is grandchildren. All they become devotees.
Wow.
And nowadays there are so many great grandchildren. They are also become devotees.
Nobody forced.
Nobody forced.
In Gurukul,
No one forced me.
Lots of forcing.
No one forced me.
But we have to force ourselves
No?
because we have no bhakti. So we have to force
If you really want to make your children Vaishnavas, then you have to practice Vaishnavism. Because first impression is last impression. When children look, my mother is chanting. My mother is offering whatever she cooks. Then that things stuck in their mind entire life. Like myself, you can say, I saw my grandfather. They are doing such things. So eventually I feel interested to go to his temple too. His Gurudeva temples. I came to Chaitanya Math. And eventually I come to all the temples. He used to take all the temples. Then I have association with all the sadhus. Then I feel interest. Although I'm studying actually Rakshasa society. You know, this India, this Howrah, where I grew up, the city, Howrah. The city, this is actually industrial belt. Everybody has some industry. All houses have some small industry. Everybody industrialist. And the language very rough. Slang always, you know, the industrial people, they're using slang language always. I grew up in that society. And I grew up such places where people like to kill people just like a mosquito. such society. There's in India, there's called Naxal Brigade. And this is the depot of Naxal. That party, Naxal party, where I grew up, Jagacha, Howrah, is the place. Dangerous. But that things never touching me. I go to school, people are teasing me. I study in also co-education school. Co-education means actually boys and girls together. But our Indian system, boys should be one row in the gap, then girls. Bench is there. One bench with 4 boys are sitting. And then the gap between which teacher will go. And then one bench, there's 4 girls are sitting there. Even the college also same thing. In the university same thing. They are actually teasing me. I don't care for that. Therefore I don't have any girlfriend. Nothing is there. So through the association, when my grandfather used to take me from the childhood, so I associate with Bhakti Bodhayan Maharaja for sweet. Even my spiritual master also same thing, sweet. I used to go there for sweet. In this way, and then after so many brahmachari there, then eventually I get inspiration to be sadhu. But I kept everything inside in my mind because my parent can be also very rebellious. They will not allow. So therefore I kept inside. But whenever my spiritual master used to come to our home, I approach. Then he actually refused because I'm not giving initiation. In this way, so many years passed. Then one day, eventually, I forced myself to go and take initiation. Then he refused it also. So many ways he tests me. Really I want initiation or not. Or just like something. He says like this way. Look, renounced life, there is 2 sides. One is bright side, one is black side. Bright side, when festival people coming, you can see everybody enjoying. There are so many. But when festival over, there is nothing. No one here. Alone. What you will do at that time? And in so many ways he used to tell me that it is not proper for you to be in temple, renounced, not proper for you. On top of that, this is not my temple. This is my Godfather temple. So if you take initiation from me, you cannot stay here. You have to take initiation there. He just used to say like this. I'm also poor Brahmin. If you take initiation from me, you will suffer. He said like this way. He used to say like this way. I was waiting, then one day he gave initiation. One day he personally says, what you are doing, actually I need one person who can look up to me sincerely. Then inside I have desire to come. I never say to him. But he asked to my father, is it possible you have force on? If I take him, you have any problem? Then my father said, no problem. And this way I just came to temple. There's no one forcing me, no one preaching me. To associate all, coming to see my grandfather, to see my entire family, how they are observing devotion. Since my childhood, I just look. Outside, always meat, fish, we never take it. Even friend circle, they are calling feast. I just go, but in the right point, just let. Even when I play soccer, when I used to play soccer, this when I win the game, they're making huge feast with meat, eggs, so many things. As soon as I look they are doing so, I just take some chickpea, and then go. I have to go. This. I have to make tricks. I have to go because I have study tomorrow. I have so much. In this way, I just escape everything. When I came to temple, I become free. No headache for me. To escaping. So therefore, no pushing from children, from childhood. This is my own experience. If you push children, they will be more rebellious. So since my childhood, no one pushing me. Just I used to see that my grandfather, how they are observing, my aunties, my uncles, my father, how they observe. In this way, I feel inspired.
Okay, so
Am I clear? No?
Yes.
So don't push anything. Just chant.
everything will come.
Huh?
Chant and everything
Time will come, everything will come. But time not coming, nothing.
Full faith will come.
Definitely.
Like the 10th Nama is to not have complete faith and holding on to material attachment.
When complete faith, then material attachment will not affect you.
Maharaj, one girl's birthday is today.
Yeah.
Small girl.
Give me the Ganga water. Holy water.
Okay.
Kamalakshi's daughter. Kamalakshi's a 5-year-old.
Kamalakshmi means what?
5-year-old girl.
Here, darling.
Oh, cow.